my sweeties, and welcome back to my channel. If you don't already know me, my name is Celise, and thank you for joining my spooky little family. In today's video, we will be talking about James Wan's Malignant. Let's get into the video. Directed by James Wan, starring Annabelle Wallis, Maddie Hassan, George Young, and Nicole Brianna White, Malignant follows Madison, who is paralyzed by visions of grisly murders, and her torment worsens as she discovers that these walking dreams are in fact terrifying realities. This is going to be a bit of a ranty review, as this film still has my brain like blah, 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 blah. Okay? So before we get into the story and specifics, let's start off with our performances. Annabelle Wallis really surprised me in this film. Now, I had seen her before in Annabelle, and I have to be honest, I was not impressed. She was boring, but I also understand that the script itself was boring and she didn't have too much to work with. So it could have been a little bit of that. However, she pleasantly surprised me in this film. I think she absolutely can carry a horror film like this one. She really did make me feel everything she was saying and everything she was going through. Specifically with that scene of her in the bathroom when she first gets that phone call from Gabriel, her performance plus the theme playing was beautifully done. This scene is also really clever too, because the camera is angled so that the back of her head is seen in the mirror. So it's as if we see her and Gabriel at the same time during the conversation, which I thought was really cool. The use of the song Where Is My Mind by the Pixies was definitely a great choice as well. I think he did a really cool thing with it. Loved it. I do want to say I did enjoy the rest of the cast as well. They all seem to have had a lot of fun on set, and they all had really great chemistry with each other. Not to mention, I don't know what it is, but James Wan just knows how to activate my bi-panic mode. I was very like, Annabelle Wallis or George Young? Annabelle Wallis? Both. So thanks, James Wan. This is like my new Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson. Now, I do want to say, upon my first viewing of Malignant, I felt kind of weird because I just did not know how I felt about it. I think this film is definitely jarring and there are a lot of things going on, so I could see how it would not be for everyone. I myself went in kind of expecting something like The Conjuring, you know, like a supernatural haunted house kind of situation, and this was not that. This movie is kind of crazy because at first you're under the impression that it's going to be very serious, but things start getting just like a little kooky. At first I was like, I don't think that this quite works. But then on my second watch, I was like, maybe this does kind of work. So with that being said, let's get into some things I liked. There are a lot of scenes in this where they show that they aren't taking themselves so seriously. Most of the scenes with the cops and even the opening sequence where the doctor is like, it's time to cut out the cancer. Like, this was silly, right? I mean, I hope so. I think James Wan just really wanted to have a fun time, and I love that for him. Not to mention the prison scene where Madison goes full on Matrix mode, which I kind of really like that. And at first, I will be honest, I was embarrassed to say that I like that because, I mean, it's a bit goofy. But you know what? James Wan, he makes it work. His camera work, to no one's surprise, is absolutely masterful. In this film, there are some of the most beautiful shots I have ever seen. The bird's eye view shot of Madison running through the house is by far one of my favorites. It kind of makes the film feel very immersive, which is awesome. I personally feel that James Wan is a director that can pay homage to other films and still be unique in his own way, giving us something that we can remember. I feel this way with a lot of his previous work, Conjuring 1 and 2, as well as Insidious. I can also see that films like Basket Case inspired this one, and I'm a huge fan of Basket Case, by the way, so that was not a bad thing for me. James Wan has stated that this is his own original story, but it was inspired by his love of Bava, Argento, De Palma, and Cronenberg, and the kind of 80s horror thrillers you discover on the back shelves of a video store, and this film feels exactly like that. Another little piece of trivia that I found really cool that I'd like to share with you guys is one of the posters for Malignant, which features a woman's head with her face completely missing, was heavily inspired by the promo poster for this Polish film, which I cannot say the name of because it's in Polish, but it is from 1989 and they both look really cool. So to wrap my thoughts up, story-wise, will I sit here and say to you guys that this is the most original idea I have ever seen in a film? No. I mean, we have seen a lot of horror films about parasitic twins, Basket Case, and De Palma's sisters, but it is about how James Wan just like had a blast with it that made this film kind of cool to see. I think though that Gabriel is a bit ridiculous, he's kind of a fun character with a really cool murder weapon, so I have to give credit where credit is due. Now, is this film scary? No. Is this film fun? Yes. Do I think that this film is for everyone? No. I absolutely do not think this is for everyone. I will say, keep in mind, this one gets silly and cheesy, and there's a lot of intensity and weirdness, but there is for sure some scenes that are bound to make you laugh, and that really may not be for you. I will say though, it might be a film that grows on you in the future, so I think it is definitely worth giving a shot. With that being said, I am going to be giving Malignant 4 levs out of 5. I almost gave it 3.5, but the more I thought about that prison scene, the more I realized it definitely deserves a whole lev because iconic. Also, this is just a Annabelle Wallace stan account now. So thanks, James Wan. All right, you guys, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe as it really helps me a lot. And be sure to click that little notification bell to be up to date every single time I upload. And let me know in the comments, did you enjoy Malignant? Have you not seen it yet? Was it not really for you? I'd love to talk about it. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.